I am a simple woman who likes simple clothes and simple food. I find no significant meaning in people or objects. I simply just exist in this home of mine. My very simple home that holds no plants or fancy televisions or abstract art. No flower vases or pictures of my nieces and nephews on my walls. I like things simple. I am very peculiar about the colors in my home. I like simple colors. White carpets and white tile flooring. The walls and cabinets gray. I exist in almost no color at all. I dislike orange and violet. It hurts my eyes. Yellow and green don't flow along with the personality my home wishes to have, and all the shades of pink remind me of a childhood I was never blessed with. I don't know how I feel about red yet. There was no knock on my stained wooden door, or the whistling sound of my doorbell. There was only the sound of glass shattering. At first, there was a few seconds of silence. Then there was grunting from the person trying to squeeze their way through the now open entrance to my home. A man, slim and strong-featured. He holds no emotion on his face, he looks plain. He blends with my walls in his apparel. He looks like he belongs in my home. I liked his color choices. His simple black shoes, with no laces, and his plain gray t-shirt and pants. The only color I don't like on him is the color his eyes hold, a dark blue someone could drown in. The blue that sits above the darkest pit in the ocean. Blue doesn't fit in my home, but he looks simple and I like simple. I stood in my kitchen, and he stood across from me, with glass around his feet. I am a clean person, I clean to pass time, so the sight of the glass made my heart leap a little. There are a few ways to clean broken glass. I learned from my childhood, when my father was a drunk. He would force me to stand in one spot, and throw empty bottles as close as he could, without hitting me. If I screamed or cried, he would only laugh and keep drinking. Sometimes, I would stand for hours is what it seems, never flinching when a piece of glass found its way lodged in the scar tissue that was trying to heal from weeks before. I said nothing, and he said nothing. We are one and the same. Two simple people who have nothing to say to one another. But the relationship is pure. I need him, and he needs me, or we wouldn't be here. It comes with too many outcomes. It will either shatter, or it won't. When you pick up the broken pieces, it will either cut you, or it won't. Glass is not very reliable. I never wanted windows in my home. I much rather live in the dark, with a lamp or two. I prefer walls. Brick walls, wooden walls, they seem more durable. The window, which the man came through, was the window I hated the most. It was unnecessary. A long rectangle of glass right by my door, that had no purpose other than for me to peer out of time to time. To think that, if that glass panel wasn't right by my door, the man wouldn't have gotten in. I find that it is much easier to die than it is to live. If you stayed inside, maybe it would be a little less hard to die. But that theory has gone with the shattered glass, and lies with the man in front of me. It is possible to be simple and complicated all together. He grabbed the knife I'd left out from the night before, and crept towards me. I said nothing. The knife pierced mine with ease, as if it were a route it was destined for. I said nothing. Blood creeps upon my carpet, and pools on my white tile. I lay in the puddle of it. I never thought red would be this beautiful in my home. It matches the walls, brings a certain enjoyment to my home that it has never known. Glass is dramatic, but an easy clean. Stains are worse. You can use bleach on white carpet to get rid of them, but you can never quite get rid of it all. There's always a trace that is left behind, and it becomes a part of your home. I would know. The blood that pours from my body is covering a stain I left many years ago, a new stain to cover the old, but it will still exist in some way. Oh, the mess I've made. To think I've had such a lovely color inside of me all this time. I wish I could say something now to thank the man for exposing my home to red. Red stained his forearm and dripped from his hands as he walked throughout my home. I wished it no other way, but for him to spread red all over. Colors are only basic, until they make a statement, it seems. Blue is simple. He made a dramatic statement, only for the jewelry I held upstairs. One necklace, one ring and one bracelet is all my life is worth. I never liked blue. There's no other significance other than the sky, the sea, and the man's eyes. I am his canvas, his bold statement in life. I never had enough courage to be bold, to leave my troubled home, or to add color to my wardrobe, or to ride a roller coaster. I am simple. I like the feeling of paper and number 2 pencils. I like simple food and simple colors. He left out the way he came, leaving me in a pool of color, a pool of wasted life. But it is beautiful, this mess I made. I thought darkness would be my friend. I see no darkness, only red. My new home, a simple home with a stain to never be removed.